Hi, I'm Doggo, and
you wanna learn how to do a fucking infinite? I'ma teach your motherfucking bitch ass. Light punch! Light kick! Ow! 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 Ouch!
Modular is one of Iron Man's most popular suits, being no surprise for Marvel marketing the shit out of this in the 90s. It was designed in the animated show, Toy Biz made a bunch of figures about it, and of course was used by Capcom for the various amounts of Marvel games, including
Marvel vs. Capcom 2. New Age.
Yeah, we get it. As for figure form, the first Modular Iron Man was in the Toy Biz Face-Off line, and yeah, he looks like he was made by Toy Biz. So an update was heavily needed, and it came with the Ursa Major Wave. However, collectors weren't happy with the fact that the figure wasn't in a bright yellow and red like the original figure, but a repaint was only inevitable because Hasbro will make as much money as they can from man-children. Now, I would say that this figure was shown at the 2022 PulseCon. If I was a liar, he was actually first seen on a story from Isaac Wong Toys, and if you don't know who that is, I don't know what to tell you. Now, it wasn't clear how this was going to be packed, but one thing was clear. A yellow and red Iron Man was coming, and it came with a big-ass proton cannon. People were ecstatic. An MvC accurate Iron Man with an actual proton cannon. And believe me, we're going to talk about the cannon, because Jesus. Hasbro would clear up everything at the PulseCon, showing that the figure is going to be a part of the retro-carded Iron Man line, which had previously had a War Machine and would be a PulseCon exclusive for a whopping...
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the...
Yeah, many people, including me, didn't like the price because of the big piece of shit, but after waiting a while, I was able to acquire one, and here we are. The painting and sculpting on the figure is pretty good. The sculpt on the armor is nice, with the random lines and grills all over the body. I was already a big fan of the original figure, however, this one just blows it out of the water. Now, I say this is a straight repaint, which is kinda correct, except for the chest. It's caved in now for an accessory, but we'll talk about that later. But a weird design choice is with the arc reactor. It should look more like an octagon, and the red should follow it more like the original figure, but it's a weird design, I guess. But the head, chef's kiss, this is perfect, and the added blue eyes is great. But this time around, they didn't add the yellow panel lining, which is dumb because the other Iron Man head has it, so I don't know. It would definitely help break up the red. And the colors. They were part of the divide from many people saying it looked cheap. Now, I also thought that when seeing the promo pics, but getting it in hand, it looks way better. And I'm a sucker for classic colors, especially since my whole MvC shelf is pretty much now just bright colors. I just prefer them way more. However, some of the yellow paint isn't exactly perfect, but for quality, he's super nice. Better than the horrible marbleized plastic of the original figure, like, Jesus. Except for the new play feature where the knee just likes to pop off. Yay. Now, I did glue it on Sense, but for the sake of this video, I wanted to show it just popping off. And before moving on, I have to talk about the box. Looks cool, the cards are always nice from Hasbro, but this shit's getting chucked in the trash regardless. Now let's get to the real reason why people bought this for some reason. The accessories. You get a pair of fists, repulsor hands with no damn repulsor effects. Jesus, Hasbro, just include them, they can't cost that much. In addition to the base head, you get a more animated accurate sculpt, which I think just looks goofy. I have no attachment to the show, so personally I just don't like this head. The mouth is weird and it's way too big for the body. And that may be due to have to fit this head on. Now, yes, I love mullets, but something's off with the head. I don't know who sculpted this, but it just doesn't feel like Tony Stark. It looks like a base head with a mustache and mullet, and I don't like it. I would have much rather had a head like the one with the 20th anniversary figure. And for the effects, you get one that slides over the fist to recreate this victory pose, or
Repulsor Blast!
And an effect for the chest for his
Unibeam!
Oh hey, that's why it's caved in. The dry brush on the effects are nice. Now time for the big boy.
The Proton Cannon!
Or the Plasma Cannon according to Hasbro, but they're wrong. And yeah, I don't like it. Don't get me wrong, the sculpt is super accurate to the game, but it just looks cheap. There's no paint at all on the cannon, so it's just a boring gray. Even in-game, you could tell it's silver and not just a hunk of gray. The only color are these printed parts, which is fine, but still, it doesn't look perfect. And due to how big it is, it includes a stand which doesn't go high enough, so he has to crouch to hold the handle with these included gripping hands, which have a vertical hinge. And yeah, it looks cool, I guess, but I just don't care for it at all, especially since it raised the price of this figure. Oh, and here's the best part. To represent this big-ass blast from the game, this is what you get. Just make a new effect for the laser. It doesn't even need to be that big, just like a little mushroom cloud. But no, we get this. No, I like the accessories, but I wouldn't be so hateful if this proton cannon was done right, especially since that's like half the cost of this figure. But one thing I don't hate is the articulation. Maybe. There is a ball hinge at the neck with a swivel at the base. Shoulder goes all the way around, hinges out. Careful at the shoulders, these overlays can get caught and can tear, I guess. I don't know. Bicep swivel, double bend at the elbow, and a swivel hinge for all the hand. There's a hinge at the chest, which allows it to crunch forward this far, arc back, and a swivel. I don't hate the style of articulation, but I do think a diaphragm would look cleaner, but I don't trust Hasbro to make diaphragms, especially on Iron Man anymore. Legs are on a ball joint, kick out, good back, especially for his shiny metal ass. Great spread. Thigh cut, double bend at the knee, boot cut, and a hinge at the foot with a pivot. Pretty average Hasbro articulation, but I like it. Butterflies are needed, especially on Iron Man, but it's not too horrible on this figure. Now for comparisons, which there's gonna be a lot of, believe me. Here is with the Mafex Wolverine and Spider-Man, the 20th Cap and 80-year Hulk, the VHS Cyclops and Revoltech Magneto, Deluxe Thanos, and my custom Doctor Doom, which I might make a video on, I don't know. The SH Figure Arts Ryu and D Arts Mega Man, the totally not new Extremist Iron Man, and the Jada Toys Ryu, if I had one. Don't worry, I'll get one, hopefully. And finally, here he is with the original Modular Iron Man and War Machine. I like the original a lot, but yeah, the colors just look way better on the new one. And I think I might need that retro carded War Machine, because these guys just don't match. In the end, I like it. I was definitely critical at first, but getting it in hand, he's pretty great. And he looks perfect with all the other Avengers. Now, I originally complained a lot because he was originally only on Pulse as an exclusive with a horrible tax, but I got mine on the Hasbro eBay shop, which is currently sold out. So if you want one, you're gonna have to buy from them directly. If you like Marvel vs. Capcom at all, this guy is perfect for your shelf. And hey, people like the proton cannon. I personally don't care, but that's not to say I'm not grateful to have it. It'll definitely go better in another shelf. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a comment. Let me know what you have this guy and what your thoughts are on it. It seems like I hate it, but I really don't. He looks perfect on a shelf. I'm trying to pick up the pace, I swear. I'm just really like procrastinating. But I do plan to talk about customs I made, like that Doctor Doom or this Taskmaster I just finished. So wait for those, I guess. And hell, maybe I'll review another Iron Man figure. Okay, bye.